Hello everyone, this is KenBroTech from KenBroTech. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to do a video to answer a question to one of my subscribers and the question he asked. So this is a video I published not too long ago and it's in two parts. Okay, so it's a data visualization application we built with Django, and we are importing data from a CSV file and putting it on a map. Now I have Farhan Ahmed. He says, great tutorial. How to change Folium map marker color based on data, such as I want to use red color for top 10 high population country and want to use green color marker to show lowest population country. So what that means is, by default, all these markers you have over here are blue. Yes, of course, you can change their colors and we are definitely going to see how we go about it. So right at the back of this, we are going to continue from where we left off. If you haven't watched the first two videos, I highly recommend you watch them because this is going to be a very short video. We're just going to solve the problem as it was presented. So over here, we are going to go into our views, and that's where we put our logic. So as you can see, we have everything running up over here, and we created a data frame over here, and this is where we are getting everything from the database. So we have a query set over here, data.object.all. We are collecting everything, but the way and manner we want to present our data, I want to have a data frame so that we can loop through it, and that's essentially what you have over here. So you have a variable data frame which is equal to read frame, and read frame is actually an import we had over here from Django pandas.io. We imported read frame. There's a package we downloaded, and these are all included in the first and second video. So right at the back of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable over here. I'm going to call lat, and I'm just going to replace everything we have over here. So I'm going to have rows.lock, and I want to have the latitude in here. Then the next one I want is the longitude. Okay, sorry, I needed to do rows and not row. All right, I'm also going to do rows.lock. Then in here, I'm going to have longitude. Then I think finally we are going to do something for population. So population is also going to be rows.lock, and I'm going to say population. All right, so basically what we have here, okay, as trying to iterate or loop within our data frame to get all the latitudes and all the longitudes is essentially what I'm putting up over here, so that instead of just doing rows or like trying to type everything over here, all that I'm going to do is to clear everything over here, and in here I'm just going to say lat and lng, okay, because that's essentially what you have over here. We just replace them with variables. Then I'm also going to bring up the pop-up over here, and pop-up is going to be equal to population. So when I save this, I think everything is going to work because our dev server is still running. So when I refresh, yes, we don't have any problem. Now here comes the question of trying to change the colors and things of that sort, and it is very simple actually. We can actually add in extra parameters over here inside the marker. So we can have a parameter called icon, and icon is going to be equal to folium.icon. So folium.icon is going to be like the method, and over here we can specify a color. Let me just break this down over here and also bring this down here. All right, so inside icon is equal to folium.icon, we can specify a color parameter over here. So let's say red, because Farhan requested I use red. And if I'm to come here to come back here to refresh, you can see that we have the colors changing up over here to red. So in here we can also add in other parameters. So for instance, so we can come in here and inside our color, okay, we come in here and do a comma and do a prefix. So for the prefix, I'm going to say FA. Okay, which stands for Font Awesome. So Font Awesome is going to help us get some icons within our marker. So what I can do is I can type in icon, and what icon do I want? I want leaf. Okay, later I'm going to show you where you get the Font Awesome icons, and there's something I've worked with, so I know there's a Font Awesome icon by name leaf. So when I save this and come back to come and refresh, pay attention to what you have over here. We are definitely going to see some leaf icon inside our markers. We could also change this to, let's say, bold. And if I'm to come here to come and refresh, you are going to see the bold icons over here. But for the purpose of what I want to do, I'm going to use the icon arrow up. So when I do or use the icon arrow up and come here to come and refresh, you definitely see that there's an up arrow we see over here. Okay, so this is going to be the first part of the logic. Now the second part is actually going to put out a condition so that if the population is up to a certain number, then we put out a different color as requested. So I'm going to say if population, and this time around I'm going to say if population is greater than, let's say, 250. If population is greater than 250, then I want to execute this, so I will indent this folium.marker logic over here, else. So I'm putting up an else statement over here, else I just want to have folium.marker, and once again the location is still going to be my lat and lng. Then I'm going to have the pop-up to be population. Then I'm also going to have the icon. So icon is going to be equal to folium.icon. And what I have here is I can use the color green. I'll use a prefix of FA for Font Awesome. Then the icon, the name of the icon itself is going to be arrow down. Okay, so let me switch the colors over here. Let me make this green and make this red. So when I save this and come back here to come and refresh, okay, so we don't have the other colors, and that's simply because we haven't added this to the map. Okay, because remember, we need to add it to the map object. So what we need to do is to do a dot r2, and the name of the map object is m, as we defined up over here. So I'll save this, and if I come back here to come and refresh, you can see that we have the two colors over here. And when I click on this, it is 90. 90 is actually lower than 250 because 250 was a threshold, and you're actually getting everything over here from our database. Okay, so over here, remember, Canada is 90, and that's what we have over here for Canada. So Canada is 90. It is below the threshold. So we are saying that if it is below the threshold, okay, if it is greater than this, then we want to render a marker of color green. But then if it is below the threshold, which of course Canada 90 is, then it should be red. So that's essentially what we have over here. And we can look at other applications and things of that sort. So remember I said I use Font Awesome. This is a Font Awesome official website. And if I'm to type, let's say, bolts with the first one that I showed, you can see that we have this bolts icon over here. And this is going to be the HTML version of it. Now, remember, the name of the icon, I use bolts, and the prefix is what we have over here as FA or Font Awesome. Okay, so that's where I was getting it. And if I'm to type in leave, like I did demonstrate, this was the leaf icon, and the name is leaf, and the prefix is FA. So that's essentially what we have over here, and this was what we use for the arrow. So let's say I can type in arrow, and as far as arrow goes, there are a couple of arrows over here. So if we can see, there's the arrow down. Okay, so this is one of the arrows that we used, and the other is arrow up. So as you can see, we have arrow dash down, and the prefix is FA, and that's essentially what we use in our demonstration over here. All right, thank you very much. And I think there are other questions I'm trying to find solutions to. So definitely, if you leave out a comment, I'll try as much as I can to provide a solution. Thank you very much. Now, if you find this tutorial very interesting, there are a couple of ways you can help me grow my channel. Kindly subscribe to KenBroTech, and don't forget to hit on the notification button so that anytime I release a video, you'll be notified. Also, share this video with friends and family who find this content very useful. At KenBroTech, we say learn programming. You can do it. Bye-bye.